My sister still believes in mermaids. On routine, she feeds them, writes to them, plays music for them. She's always believed in them, and now, even at 11, with a greater grasp on reality, she still indulges the magic. A few years ago, I'd try to convince her that the water was full of nothing but fish and gross seaweed, but she never listened. Now I just watch her and ponder it. How could she believe in such a thing? Something she's never seen before, something with evidence stacked endlessly against it. Truly, the reality of her belief, the nature of it, forces me to examine my own self, specifically a belief I hold that may be even less possible than mermaids. I believe in the future. It's really strange, isn't it? Belief in such a mystic concept, I agree, could be a cause for concern for a 16-year-old such as myself, and for good reason. Because in just this little corner of the world, in my 16 years of life, I've seen with my own eyes the evidence against my belief. Let me show you. A little town known for shipwrecks and limestone. A little Michigan town on one of the biggest lakes in the world. Just here, I've seen coastal water go from crystal clear to perfect sludge. I've seen 100 different invasive species destroy animals, forests, beaches, shipwrecks, anything in their path. I've known people murdered by cancer from working in or living near a resin factory. And while my sister hasn't seen a mermaid and I haven't seen a future, we've both seen the lake levels rise and fall dramatically and rapidly, as if Mother Nature is herself a mermaid, choking on this little planet's tainted air, her chest rising and falling rapidly, pulsing. And yet, I still believe. How could somebody believe in something with evidence so endlessly stacked against it? I haven't been promised a future. My friends haven't been promised a future. My sister hasn't been promised a future. The Earth is dying, okay? The future really is akin to a fairy tale, some sort of demented folklore, because after the heaving and thumping of the mermaid's chest, what's even left? Our forests? Our beaches? Our clean air? I remember when I was 10, I was given a football for Christmas, wrapped neatly in brown paper and labeled, "From Santa." I remember my mom's excitement as I opened it, but even more vividly I remember the crushing disappointment and confusion as a fantasy crumbled to pieces. A week earlier, I'd seen that football in my mom's trunk. I'm not mad at my parents for letting me believe in Santa, but I am mad at people who led me to believe in another fantasy. I'm mad at a generation of people who've led me to believe that the future of the world is safe, without posing any real solutions to a massive problem. However, it's not the inaction of governments, politicians, organizations, and private corporations that upsets me. It's the complacency they've manifested in my generation. Let me show you. The world is ending, okay? And after that, I have a profound sense of love and pride for my generation. However, I also have a profound belief that our complacency is what's making the future seem impossible. But just like my sister returning to the lake with her little mermaid flute, I return to these pages to show the members of my generation some solutions. And there are so many. Admire these people, write to these people, donate to these places, use these services, use this stuff instead. Talk to these people, talk to each other, believe. And come on, don't take my word for it, educate yourself. Now, as I address my brothers and sisters of this generation, I'll say that I'm only some guy from a small town, trying to make something worthwhile to get something done. But that something is a promise, a real promise for a future. Believe. The future can only exist if we choose to believe in our own reality. If we can believe hard enough and work hard enough to learn and activate, well, we live in an absurd world made of stardust, and it's my firm belief that just about anything that could be imagined is real to an extent. I believe in the world, I believe in people, I believe in the future, and I believe in mermaids.